Okay, as you can see, I got all of this thread out, all of the old stitches. I'm starting fresh. And this is the edge I'm going to stitch here. And what I need to do is grab a pin cushion, and I'm going to place some pins along this edge here. You can see I have the two sides matched up, but to ensure that those stay together while I'm going through the machine, I have to try to be creative here while I'm trying to film this for you. And I'm going to ensure these are matched up, and I'm going to make sure my pin goes through both pieces. You can see my pin there. And I'm going to put another pin and maybe one more, just kind of match that up a little better. All right, now I've got my pins. The next thing I'm going to do is put that underneath my machine. I'm going to look at my seam guide, which is right back here. And I'm going to use the 5/8, which is that one there. Line it up. I'm going to put it in about that far. You can see it's part way under there, but not all the way. And I'm going to put my presser foot down. My presser foot lever is right here. That lifts my presser foot up and down. I want to make sure it's down. And you can see that pin is getting awfully close, and I can't stitch over that or I'll break my needle. So I'm going to pull that out right away and put it back in my pin cushion. And then I'm going to push down my back stitch button, which is right here. And here I go. I'm using this hand to guide. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Go over here and turn on the machine. That light should be on. Okay, so now press this in and hold it while I hold the other part with my left hand, and I'm gonna push my presser foot down. That's gonna have me go backwards just a few stitches. Notice how it's pushing my fabric towards me. That's how I know my back stitch is working. So now I'm getting to the end of my fabric back there, so I gotta stop, let this go, and now I'm gonna go forward. And I'm gonna use my left hand over here to the side, never under the needle, to keep this edge right here lined up with the 5/8 all the way through. I gotta stop whenever I get to a pin. When I get to the end, I'm gonna go all the way to the end, stop, go back over here, push this in, hold it, and I'm gonna back stitch just a little bit. And I have to do that at the beginning and end of every thing so that every single seam that I put in, otherwise it will not stay locked. The seam will just come right out. And then notice how I have my take-up lever all the way up here. If I don't, this will not release out of my machine. So watch, if I put this back down, you'll see when I try pulling my fabric out, I can't get it out. So I have to turn my hand wheel toward me, make sure that's all the way at the top. And now you see I can pull that. And I can take my scissors. I'm gonna make sure I pull my strings out a little ways to make sure that I don't unthread my machine. So just like that, not too far because we don't want to waste a bunch of thread. This is probably good. And then trim. And now I have my first seam of this headband done.